Well, we're here with our last interview of the day as we wrap up our day-long video sit-downs with the candidates. And the guy that's going to bring us home, Frank Benevente, and he's running for Mason County Commissioner, District number 2. It's been a long day, Frank. So let's talk about Frank. Well, who's Frank?
Well, I'm Frank Benevente, and I came to Mason County in 1991, and I purchased a business in Hoodsport, and been there since. So approximately 22 years in business in Hoodsport. Certainly aware of the economy, of how it affects the businesses, and how we need the assistance, and the help occasionally, from our government to help us move along and be able to, to sustain our businesses. Throughout the years that I've been there, I've been involved in so many different things, including being a port commissioner for the Port of Hoodsport. While I was a port commissioner, participated in numerous activities with the WIRA, water quality, Hood Canal, dissolved oxygen, the Peninsula Transportation organizations, including the partnership within the Hood Canal. In addition to that, I spent some time with the EDC as a board of director, and also the community association in Hoodsport. Started a lot of opportunities for the community, like raising money, and kind of officially getting the Celebrate Hoodsport events under a 501c3 to be able to raise money to continue that event. This year marks our 27th year of operating the 4th of July fireworks event in Hoodsport. And also, in addition to all the other things I did there, I founded the organization, and then did the Christmas tree lighting for Hoodsport. That's been going on now for 6 years. Did fishing derbies. So we did a lot of community activities and economic development stuff for tourism. So basically, that's where I've been.
Okay, Frank, let's get into these questions. What is the biggest issue or problem facing Mason County, and how do you plan to deal with it?
Well, my biggest issue with Mason County is the fact that I think that our commissioners have not been planning for our future. I think they've been too busy trying to balance the budget and getting along with each other sometimes, and that's always a challenge. But I think the problem is that they've been distracted with a lot of different things. Therefore, they have not been making the plans necessary to take this county to the next level. And to build a county without infrastructure and developing some type of revenue for economic development is next to impossible. So all you're doing is you're just feeding the source, which is putting band-aids on the problems. But every time you do that, you create another problem somewhere else. You keep robbing an account or something to pay for something else, and you're not building an infrastructure. I think that if you can build that infrastructure by increasing the base of this county, I think that would be the way to do it. And there's so many opportunities to be able to do that.
How do you propose to increase tax revenues to support current services?
I believe that revenues can be increased mainly by being more efficient. The government could always be more efficient, since there's a nonprofit, and they're not expected to do anything efficiently, not in the sense of profit. That's not a consideration. My emphasis as a business owner is to be able to be efficient, so that you can do more for less, and I think that's important to operating a county. And if you continue in the thought of increasing the base for our tax payers or tax base in the county, I think that'll be an automatic thing where you have more revenue. Subsequently, you don't need to keep increasing the taxes.
Do you have a specific plan to attract business and industry to Mason County, and can you summarize that for us? Sure.
The businesses in Mason County, are a lot of them that I know, especially in Hoodsport, are just barely hanging on, and it's because we're lacking a lot of programs that support those businesses. Tourism is one of those businesses. In this county, since I've been here since 1991, we've been participating in trying to create a tourism industry. And every time you turn around and you get something going, it falls apart because, the county does not have a plan for tourism. And every time that, we look at tourism, they just kind of, pull it out of the air and say, well, we'll do this for tourism. And I think it's necessary to have a destination of a plan to figure out how you're going to get there and what you're going to do as you try to get to that point. I think tourism is the industry for this county. in 1994, I believe, the county hired a consultant, to do a study for tourism. They recommended that we try to brand the county because it's a natural, it's a natural way to bring people to our county. We have so many natural resources, the fisheries and all that stuff, crabbing, everything that tourists will like to do in Mason County. We just don't develop it. We don't advertise it as much as we need to. And, we're not growing our tourism industry at all. So I think that's important to look at.
What is Mason County's single biggest need?
Biggest single need that I can see in Mason County that I think it's time for a new government. I think we have this opportunity, especially this election, to be able to affect that and go through the whole commission with possibly new commissioners. I think a new look at the outcome of trying to get this county to the next level with the planning in place and all that is a possibility when you get new people in there, because we can look at new things from a different angle and possibly come up with new programs that are more effective than what's been in place for so many years. I think some of our programs that we have right now are either outdated, not applicable to the common of the county as far as what we need to do to get to that next level, because it just doesn't apply anymore, and we're not making any changes. We need to do a lot of updating, and look at where we want to be in the future, and look at the plan and make sure that we're participating in that process.
Final question for you, Frank. What is your vision for Mason County?
My vision for Mason County is to make this tourism effort a success and bring more people to this county. We have a big area of being able to put more people in there, for population and all that, and we have all the stuff necessary to have a good quality of life. By going on with the plan and redesignating a lot of things to be able to do that, supporting growth, encouraging the economic development through community events and those kind of things, that will bring people here. But we have to make that plan, get that plan in place, and if we do, I think this county will be a wonderful place to live.
All right. Frank Benevente, wrapping up our candidate sit-downs. Thank you for some time today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Frank will remind you that he's running for Mason County Commissioner District Number 2.
Thank you.